And we are apparently streaming. Hello, peoples of YouTubes. Tales of Confusion for the 3rd of July. We already have a game in progress between Yarok, Rise, Prospero, and Solar. And I'm just going to queue up now for the second match of the day. And hopefully, if that doesn't happen straight away, we'll do some watching. How are we all doing? I know the Discord has been busy with a ton of practice matches this week, and I've actually been able to comment on one of them. I am going to do another one at some stage, probably from this stream, but I'll need to have an interesting game, and I'm not going to... Oh, pause. There you go. Pause has happened. Let me know when that can restart. And I'll probably do another commentary from this video. Maybe a game I'm in, maybe a game I'm not in, but we'll wait and see if there's an interesting one. By interesting, I don't mean everybody goes Khan crazy. Not unless it is extremely interesting, I guess. But at least a bit of enough back and forth and some reasonably good plays. Happy birthday, Yarok. Well, we hope you don't have too many Yakumans to kill at this point, but hey. Well, hello there. Honestly, it is a slow learning process, and honestly, the easiest way to learn is probably to keep playing and eventually understand things yourselves. Unpause. There we go. Alright, game is resumed. But if you're feeling more confident of just going back and watching, that's fine. Feel free. If you want to actually have a game, you are welcome as well. We'll take all. Unfortunately, the table looks as if it's going to have myself and Starfold, who we're currently sitting 2-3 in the current league standings at the moment. And if Mono's around as well, that's going to be a very, very tough table to join in on. But we'll see. How long until oh, I'm in matchmaking, of course. Oops. Yep, get out of matchmaking. How long before I can watch things? 88 seconds. Hello, Rumi. How are we doing? Alright, so Draconis is here. I am here as well, and if we just have one more, we can get the second game started. There is in theory an 8th person around. I don't know who that is, or whether they just joined, but we've had 8 since I jumped in, I think, so... I also spotted Kyrol queuing up about an hour or so before the stream started, so we might have a return of Kyrol turning up. Well, in fairness, I kind of screwed that up as well. Yeah, we did a top table tournament on Saturday, which was interesting. I think we'd probably, if I were to do it again, we'd do it longer over East only games, maybe. But hey, it was just a return of things. Well, he queued up. This was an hour before the stream started, and I just caught him doing it, and then he went off. So he might be around. I don't know. We'll have to ask him at some stage. Mono, join us! Otherwise I will have to go back and watch the other game. And we don't want this. Well, we might not mind it, but you don't want this. You're actually having lunch. Oh, that's fair enough. Oh, we've had a 9th person turn up, so I assume that is somebody about to jump in. We're hoping, anyway. Otherwise, we're going to be cheering behind the birthday boy and just watching Yarok do his thing. Could be JPB. He is a... Well, he normally sort of floats in. I'm doing Persona or Fallout by way of the polls. It is, in fact, JPB. Welcome, sir. Right. Oh, I've got automatic matchmaking still. Okay, that's fine. I will turn that off once we are in the game because we no longer need it to be on. Auto matching is off. It's currently a tie between that and Fallout, and honestly, at the moment, it's going to be Fallout just because I do have to actually buy P4G. But it's definitely something that's on my definite to-do list, and I'm probably going to do co-commentary with Agan for a first session or so, and then we'll see about rotating that. Valkyria Chronicles, it was a thing I started 2 years ago, and honestly, yeah, it's cheap enough that I will pick it up. There's no doubt about that. It's just I'm not paid until for another 3 weeks, so... But yeah, Valkyria Chronicles I've been doing kind of for 2 years. That was my sort of backup stream that I was doing before Mahjong just took over and is now being very much its own thing. Also, JPB's changed his avatar. Don't know if he was like that last time. Yep, hold on. Pause. Okay, other game is paused. Right, North start. So what are we looking at here? We are looking at 1, 2, 3 blocks, 1 run, double-sided there, 1 Dora. Seems fairly reasonable, and also Starfall's gone away as well. Well, this is exciting pause action. Yep, exciting non-action. This is what Tiles of Confusion is all about at this stage. Oh dear. So what we'll probably end up doing, if hopefully both games will end around about the same time, and we'll just shuffle the players around at that stage. Plus, including anybody else who comes in that is new. Okay, Starfall's back, so we can at least resume this one. Right, south. We are sitting south, but one's already out, so we're not going to waste time chasing it. So if we get a free here, this is looking good. 2 Dora. Elongated run. Maybe we cut the Dora here. Draconis has played 2 8s, so I don't think he wants Sozu, so that was about as safe a time as to get rid of it as any. And we already have 1 isolated Dora, so... So just need this free so. Okay. Backfired. It's also making getting rid of this much more difficult now. That, though, is a double run, so let's go get rid of this. I'm going to assume we're not going to be able to get rid of... grab the free so. We might just draw it now, incidentally, which... shame if it happens. But I'm assuming that we're going to go into basically a double pair weight here, unless we can draw a 7 to allow us to have a run there. So Draconis has Ton, and it might just be a Ton only here. We know he wasn't interested in Medora. Yep, no worries. Okay, game is resumed. The only bonus tile he could be waiting on is that, I think. West is already out, so he could be on for a Honitsu. Dot Honitsu is most likely if he's going to be on that, although that's still an early one. That's a good draw. So Ishanten, if we draw a 7, we're in a pin through weight 4-7. And we can always start cutting these off to try and get around this if we want to. Alright, last one. Well, we know that's safe, we know that's safe, so maybe we'll start working around this. We're actually still Ishanten for Pinfu, and an 8 dot will be enough. That, however, is an ominous sign from Draconis here. We might have to worry about that. Don't think either of them want the 7. North isn't live. There's only one of it. Could be somebody holding it as a pair, but it's what we need to discard for Pinfu at this stage. Actually, no, we'd still be we're 2 away. No, we can't do anything with this. Okay, last North. 147 Isha, 147 Pinfu. For some reason I thought I had 2 pairs, but of course I don't. That's a run in 147. Could snipe this with a 1 at the end. That'd be quite awesome. Ones are available. Starfall's decisions to make. Oh, 2 3-sided weights. I thankfully got rid of my Dora early, but hey, we're in the lead by virtue of not reaching at the end. Admittedly, I got that so late that there was no reason to, but I literally only had 1 discard. West. Also, middle 5 Dora straight out of JPB, so he's up to shenanigans. Whether it's mono level shenanigans or not, we'll find out, but I think this is a cut the 1. Yeah, we're going to cut the 1 dot here. We have 3 pairs, technically speaking, but we'll probably end up getting rid of these 1s. 3's Dora, so obviously we can take that, but we can go either way with it if we want to. Or I could go for 7 pairs at this point. We're a bit away from it, but 1s and 4s could... Well, the 1s and 2s could be played, so we could go triplets. Seems unlikely we're going to get the triplets option, though, because 5s and 4s, middle tiles, unlikely to be played by the others. We'll see. Yeah, I'll drop a north. It's a pair. Okay, fine. And I think somebody else has got a pair of those, given that pause. Oh, I've dropped 2 pairs now. Okay, so I don't think 7 pairs is going to happen here, so this is just going to be a case of probably cut the 1s and go for Tanya. Yeah, cut the 1s, go for Tanya. It's worth saying we're 2 away from 7 pairs 10 pie, but it's always awkward to get that. So we're going to go a bit more into the more reasonable hand here. Okay, so Reach on Medora. We have 2 definite safe tiles, probably going to play 1, if not both of them here. Unless we get given some info. 6 dot would be a double Suji, but it's not a guaranteed thing. Now we'll play it. It's guaranteed to the left, and as I said, double Suji to the right. And it's as guaranteed a tile as we can be, unless somebody's winning for that 9. I've got to imagine this is Starfall able to call it. Okay, gamble has been made. Oh, 2 away? Oh, I don't agree with that, but here's the aggression. Is it going to pay off for him? Yeah. So 6 dot definitely safe to the left and also double CG to the right, so it's the safest tile we have. 2 dot probably next. He's played a lot of dot tiles on his way down there. Hatsu's live. And Draconis has dealt into the dealer and given him double tone. Yep. Double tone Honitsu. Yeah, that's a good hand. Dealer Hanneman and Draconis is nearly out already. Well, this could be very short. What is this nonsense? All right. So we have 2 Dora. And we have double Yakuhai. Okay. I'm feeling a bit better about this hand now. We need a 2 dot ideally to call this lot, but double Yakuhai, both of them single 1s left. This is workable. And we know that if they're not coming out, they're available to draw, or somebody is just reluctant to get rid of them. Which, you know, is hurting somebody else's hand. Triple Yakuhai. Honitsu is now on. Well, this is a hand that could potentially end the game here, given that Draconis is on low points value. This also could definitely secure second. So this is the game plan. There are only 2 winners, though, if we go and grab the 4-7 here, but... Obvious weight is obvious. Let's see how it goes. Oh, there's a 7 we wanted. Additional Dora. So we can call any pairs and be on a dragon pair weight. So this is a Hanneman hand here. This is potentially game winning, actually, if I can pull it off JPB. There's a obvious hand is obvious, but JPB is going for something here. My discards basically show that I am Honitsu, so he is taking risks. He must have a hand. Somebody wants to reach in the door. I'm not going to object to it, but... Unfortunate, that one. Very nice on enough that he's going to put me down a position, which is unfortunate. Still, that had to be attempted. Alright, 1500 to get myself back up into second then. JPB doing JPB things over there. Meanwhile, I'm no longer interested in pausing. We're going to attack this because we need 1500 to take second. Alright, Draconis on the attack. It was worth me attacking in that position because I had a Hanneman. That was actually a potential comeback hand. It depends what your priorities are, in all honesty. And as I say, Mahjong's situational. You know JPB is going to try and attack every hand now because if he can knock out Draconis, he secures the win. It's definitely possible for Draconis to come back at this point. This gives us a Yakulus Tenpai, but we'll take it. I think the concern more is that they've got to play low down the order, rather than necessarily JPB being a massive lead. Also realised we discarded a 9 earlier. Yeah. Oh well. We can get another one. All the 7s are gone. So I don't know what JPB's quite doing with his hand, in all honesty, because that looks a bit suspicious. But that helps. Even if it's cheap, that means I'm going to finish second here. 7 pairs. Alright, that puts me back up to second. So now I'm back on the bandwagon of Kill Draconis, take the second place. If I do get a Hanneman hand, then I'm probably going to go for it. But Mungan is all I really need to knock somebody else out. This is an awesome starting hand. Right then. What can I do with this? Hopefully draw a 7. Pair up one of these and we're off. Nice. So we may have to cut the 5 dot at some point soon. Yeah, we're gonna attack this. Should have played the 5 dot in response to JPB's 5 dot, but we can do that next turn. So if we get south, we get into a 7-8 weight. Which gives me south Dora. And we get the direct hit of Draconis. Well, I'm going to say no to that because we need to force the game on. We want to try and secure second. That gives us a bit more of a margin to Starfall. Draconis can't reach. Oh boy. Well, this is interesting. So 2 away from 7 pairs. I'm probably not looking at that. I'm looking at Toy Toy here, but... well, maybe I'm not. Who knows? I think Jam Flow is on. If I pair up one, if I can triple up one of these, then I'm in for Sunanko Reach stuff. Hello there, how are we doing? I can call South for Tempai, drop the 5-man. I mean, Sumo's good enough because that actually stops things, and I'll also play that 5 in response there, so we're going to do that. Cutting Adora. I'm not expecting to be able to overhaul JPB here. I'm more interested in just ending the game, grabbing second. But I'm going to skip that first one. We're going to keep the potential upgrade alive here, because if we do achieve Sunanko, we do get the hit off JPB. And mainly this is Sunanko Tempai, not a Sunanko itself. Ooh. Ooh, that's dodgy. The correct move is take the Tempai here. Absolutely correct move is take Tempai. Well, I tried. I tried. Admittedly, we wouldn't have got that draw if we hadn't called that south, so it wasn't a kill opportunity that... And yeah, we had no interest in carning this. I know we could have done technically, but the only person who wants to carn is Draconis. Go on him. Yep. I mean, I can switch. It is safe, but I know the one is as well. There are more of those left. Forget. Yeah, you're right. I should have really thought about that on the first one, in all honesty, but hey. Yeah, and I just lost points. I shouldn't have backseat players. The 3 was a safe tile. That's the reason I kept it originally. Because the 3 was a tile that could be played as safe against Starfall's attack here, but still. And this is why Mono is on top of the table. Okay. Now, Mono ultimately was correct in terms of things. It was for more potential winners, upgrade of hand. But I was looking at the 3 as a potential deal-in from somebody else, rather than necessarily worrying about upgrading the hand value, especially against the Riichi. But in fairness, since the 3 was safe to pass anyway, it probably made some sense. And also, JPB could have played that because he then knew the 3 was safe to me. So, we are 14,000 behind. So if we actually can pull off a Hanneman here, we are away. Actually, we're not going to turn calls off, but we are just going to take the win. I was turning calls off because we actually could have... No, we couldn't have done, but, you know. Couldn't have can't. Could have potentially upgraded the hand a bit more. Alright, so one person I can win off of at this point. Can we actually chase down... Actually, we don't even need to worry about that now. We get a Mungan, we win the game. Mungan Sumo wins the game for us here. So now we don't have to care about Draconis too much. Trying. We have a possible Itsu one as well. Two away for a Pinfu hand, potentially Tanyo. Not doing much with that. But if I get sniped this win, this is going to go down as one of the good ones. That's probably greedy, but I want to keep some pressure on here. Go on, give me tempo here. It's not enough to do it in one. I still have to be careful about who I'm winning off of, but there's another way I can win this game, and that's somebody else dealing in. But ultimately, I just do not... I want to put some pressure on JPB here. I want to make him fold, and this seemed like the best way to do it. Just open my hand up. It means now I'm committed to needing this 9, and it's not generally a good place to be, but... But I'm not worried about the other two getting enough points to catch me up. It would take a ridiculous monster hand for either of them at this stage, which they're not going to do open. No, more I'm just trying to restrict JPB's discards a little bit. And open Itsudora 1 is not enough, but... But I don't have to do it in one go. JPB. Well, to be fair, I'm beginning an epic comeback, and this is kind of the error that's been made out of greed. But also to try and pressure him. Right. 3-6. Not taking the win there. Oh yeah, this is East 2. This has gone a bit. This has been a mad one. I can take the win off either of the other two players. I can't really sumo either. This has been a fun one, I've got to be honest. This is one I might not review this game because ultimately there weren't a lot of decisions and I actually made a couple of difficult decisions, but mostly it's just trying to dodge situations and not allowing Draconis to bust out at this stage. Alright, come on. 3-6. It was safe earlier. Wrong. Alright, 4 winners left. Well, I thought you were here earlier, actually. I thought I saw you online about an hour or so ago. Last one? Nope. I'm not going to take the Haite here, so we... Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. That's probably what I get for being a little greedy here and opening this hand up, but it wasn't overall a risk. Let's see if Draconis can come back on his dealer turn. Well, we have Demo currently queued, but he's the only person as far as I'm aware at this stage. So we're probably going to do a bit of a swap around when both games end, depending on how the other game is going. It certainly looked very off. It looked as if this game was going to finish first. So, but if we do have a third table available, then we might as well get that started. Alright, so unfortunately, JPB is out of Mungan range with that. And sumoing is all kinds of bad for me. Draconis has a Yaku! Oh wow, that one's already over. Okay, GG. It's very possible that this game will be over very soon, so I might actually wait and see if we want to swap the tables around here. But again, it's likely this game's going to end soon. It might not. If Draconis pulls off a reasonable win here, then this game's going to continue for a bit. Does he have the second one? No. Okay, Starfall on his attack now. Nice. Okay, Draconis with Toy Toy Dragon versus Chanyo Toy Toy up top. Yeah, we have the traditional Toy Toy defense, so we're going to make use of it. Sumo Dragon. Oh, Dragon Dora 1. Okay, well, Draconis is now in the game, and this game is not going to end quickly, unfortunately. I think that's enough that Draconis can stay on that unless something disastrous starts happening. So I'm going to start off a game here. So we have Demo, Prospero, Kyrol, Licane, and then we have Solar Flare and RPV who have not yet in a thing. I also need to just debate what I'm doing here before I do this. So, assuming people are ready, we're going to start that one off. So you have Solar and Rise currently waiting. I assume those people queued up are also the people who are in this game, but we'll see. Currently we have 2 people waiting, so... And we know Mono isn't around at this stage. Yarok also isn't in those, so presumably that's 2. This hand is going interestingly. Probably drop the pairs here and just go for Britannia. But if we can Tanya Sanchku this is looking quite awesome. Alright, Starfall on the attack. South bonus Yakuhai called. So 3 for 5 Sanchku still a thing that could be got for. Not quite there yet though. Pawns for Dancer Summon Devi. I've not seen her this evening, so I don't know if she's going to be around immediately. But we are waiting for, as I say, 1 more at least. To go for this, it'd be open, but... So we have Sanj Kudora to move the game on. How good is Kyril? On his day, unbeatable. And for the longest time, the reigning leader of the table until Mono came along. So, yeah, no, Kyril's good. At least as good as I am. And he has the book learning to back some of that up. He's also rusty, yeah. He lies. So Tanya, Sanchku, Dora Dora for Mungan. If we can get these pairs down. Alright, Reach from Draconis. Big aggression coming in. I should really have watched this because I can actually kill Draconis off of this, can I? Yeah. Darn it, JPB. Tanya's Dora. 2,000 earned, so Draconis is again at risk. JPB is again leaping away from us. And again, I think we're going for a Tanya attack. So Draconis losing his dealer turn for only 4,000 points is not a great thing right now. That means the game could end in a couple of hands. Starfall is on the attack. We are on the attack, actually, come to that. This is extremely good. E. Shanten. Tanyo only. Waiting at Starfall might be exactly what we wanted. The answer is I don't think the 3 and 7 dots are going to come out of that. Could be a Chanter. Could be Dragon only and just taking the triplet he's got. Ain't so safe. Carol shouldn't respect your dealership. Alright, well that's our attack done. Yeah, fair. If you got that close. Well, Staffel's debating. That looks like a fold. Meanwhile, we're in trouble. We're so in trouble. We can afford to deal into either of these at the moment. Preferably not Starfall, I guess. It's not really a game ender. It's probably not. Well, we're more worried about Starfall, so we're going to safe against him. Four, 4, 4. Okay, all the 4s are gone. And all the 1s are gone, so 3 should be safe. Close 2, but he picks up points. Alright, into South round, we draw a pair of Easts. Oh, we were in Hmong and Ranger JPB at one stage. Let's risk that now. Do we need to put a pause in? Is Kyra playing Yakuman only Mahjong? Because if he is, well done to him. Hmong and only Mahjong. Okay, we can live with Hmong and only Mahjong. I might play my aces here in a moment. We'll see. Okay, Starfall wants some carnage. We've actually had 0 help throughout most of this game, so I think we want to start working with other things. This is an option, but it's not an option we want to take. I have a triplet and a two-sided weight here, so I don't need to go for this. Not against a dealer with 2 calls and somebody else carning, and that's game, I think. Honitsu South from dealer. Yep, that's game. Well, we ended that one second, which is about where I was expecting to. We did have an opportunity towards the start of the game to get somewhere with that, but yeah, JPB too strong, and that is some points for me. Hey, I completed not dealing into people for a number of games. Okay, so Solar and Rise have been waiting. I assume you're ready. Draconis and Starfall were the first two to queue up, so they can have a game. I will do some observation for a bit. Are all four of you ready? Well, I am assuming you are, so off you go. Right. And meanwhile, while that's going on, we do have 12, but we'll see if we can actually get that third game going in a moment. Meanwhile, I'm going to watch the Chiral game. Right, Yarak has joined. If I see 3 people queued up, I will go and join into this. All right, let's observe from... I normally observe from a dealer perspective, so we will observe from a dealer perspective. So, demo with what looks like a extremely good hand, Ishanten. Ishanten Ipeiko Pinfu. But bit of a... just needs that last tile to go. I wonder if he was trying to force a Honitsu here. No, we'll see. Lol. Why not just open hand? Largely because I like to commentate from the perspective of the player at this stage. If I'm doing proper analysis, I'll have all hands open. I'm just gonna have my casual observation with just the player I'm actually observing, because then I'm not going to cloud my decisions on what I feel he should be doing based on other people's discards. Not unless anybody seems to be doing something ridiculous. Pause. Okay, game's been paused. Alright, so Demo has basically decided to give up his 108 Pinfu Sanchku for what is going to be a... yeah, Chinitsu if he calls this. Well, actually no, he wouldn't be Chinitsu Tenpai at that point. He'd be close. Okay, decides to take it. So he's now Ishanten. So big Chinitsu hand coming up from somebody. Okay, 3-6 Chinitsu Tenpai. Unpause. You are unpaused. Unfortunate. What was Chiral? Oh, I might go back and just see what Starfall's doing. Starfall's disconnected. What again? Oh, jeez. Alright, hold on. Let's open the log up and just see what Chiral was waiting on with that one. So Chiral was looking at Sanchku. Actually, no, just looking at a double Dora hand there, just waiting on the red dragon. Maybe a little bit aggressive, but hey. Unpause. You are unpaused. Almost, but, you know. Shirin is one of those Yakumans that just feels impossible. Okay, so East 2, reasonable lead. Chiral in trouble. Actually, let's go and observe Chiral. We're gonna flip over here. This game might not last that long at the moment. And again, he's got a good hand, 2 Dora. 4 pairs, so probably looking to try and just see if he can Toi, or, well, 5 pairs. Okay, so close to 7 pairs with 2 Dora. This is basically a comeback hand from this. Mangan definitely, Hanuman if he sumos. Ishanten. Good call. He doesn't have good tiles for the 7 pairs weight if it comes to it. 4, 5, and 8. So if he's committed to 7 pairs, I would probably be inclined to be cutting the 4, 5 here and keep the tiles that are edge and also more or less live. Because otherwise you're waiting on middle tiles which aren't likely to come off from anybody. But again, he'll be playing for Riichi and hoping that something else goes for it. In fact, he decided to go for Toy Toy at that stage with the second call, which I guess is fair in context. Downside is, of course, the 7 and 4 and the 6 are unlikely to be played in duel. Cheap hand though. Dragon Dora 1. And Prospero picking a bit more. Okay, let's flick over to again and see what you're doing. So, you've actually hit... I follow the people who got 2 Dora. There we go. Next time it'll be Prosperous don't have 2 Dora. And I have a message. Well, this is looking good for just a quick Tanyo attack here. Just get rid of a 9 Tanyo Duradura. Try and move yourself 1 turn closer to being a dealer. And again, similar to the last game, we've got 1 player on low points, so it's now a case of you got to play around that a little bit to a certain extent, at least if you're aiming for the win. The leader is only 1600 away, so that is a Mungan Sumo as dealer. So it's not impossible for you to make a comeback in 2 hands' time. Prospero has made the quick attack. And unfortunately, your hand is kind of all over the place here. What's Prospero on? Prospero is on... Oh, wow. Riichi Pinfu. There is some rust with Chiral right now, but 1,000 points. So this is where people have to be careful. And this is kind of a situation that we had in the game I was just playing in. You have a player on low points, and obviously you want to chase a lead. You need a Mungan Sumo. Failing that, you need a... Actually, no. Would Hanuman be enough? Hanuman would be 12. You take 3 from there. No. So you actually need a Baiman here. And unfortunately, this is not a hand that is currently looking like it's going to hit Baiman. So you're going to have to find a way to win without necessarily declaring Riichi. Because if you declare Riichi and Chiral discards, you have to take that win. And unless it's going to be huge, that's not going to be enough. That being said, he's looking reasonably set up for just going for another instant loss of 17,000. Oof. 17,000? How do you lose 17,000? Mungan and 5 Riichi sticks? Draconis with 2 Mungans. Ah, okay, I see. Draconis is being a bully. No worries. We know Draconis has a tendency to be a bully at times. Also, he does have a lot of points to make up. Just going back to the Mahjong spreadsheet a moment here. Draconis is 5th, 160 points currently. Probably trying to build up a little bit. There is a mountain to climb to get back up to Mono's level, but, you know. I just got bullied myself. Alright, fair enough. As long as you're getting bullied as well. Bullying is fine. Indeed, yes, sorry. Oh, I can't type. Bullying is fine. Whatever. Oh, this is true, actually. He did bust out in the last game. JPB's masterclass. JPB's had a bit of an up and down tournament, in all honesty. He's had that's his game 20 and he's only just now onto the board again. Maximum score of about 75. So he hasn't been able to chain results together. Okay, so we're looking here at Ishanten for Riichi, Tanyo, Pinfu, and 1 Dora. Which would not be bad at all. There we go. Oh no, not quite. That's probably not the ideal draw here. I would have... Well, I suppose if you can rely on that. I'd have been inclined to try and cut 5 dot there. Because that gave you the maximum. And no, not the 5 dot, the free 4 dot. Okay, Carol reaching. What are you waiting on, sir? Hope it's good, because you're down to 0. If he does not win, he will lose these points. Is this going to be Kyrill's epic comeback? Seven was risky against him. Should probably check what he's actually waiting on. Oh, Sanch Q on a 2-5. Yeah, just double check that. So that is Riichi, Sanch Q, Riichi Pinfu, Sanch Q, Dora. Nope, no Dora. But Riichi Pinfu, Sanch Q is still fine. That should be Mungan, which at the very least gives him enough points that he's not going to be busting out very easily. Potential upgrade to Hanneman if it comes to it, but we'll see. Oh, and there we go. Prospero deal again. Point returnage. I don't think he got the count for Mungan, but it's close enough. We don't have rounded Mungans on as a thing at the moment, so 77. Plus 1 Homba, so it does get that Mungan up. And he's up to 9,000 points. 9,000 is at least enough that you don't feel you're going to bust out in one go. Alright, let's head back. Let's actually follow Kyril. We'll give Kyril a proper watch. So Kyril is now dealer. This is his chance for a comeback here. If he can pull off even a semi-decent sumo here, he's going to bring himself right into contention. Mungan Sumo would basically trade 16,000 points of advantage. In fact, Mungan Sumo would put him basically tied with Prospero and Lecane right now. So this is the opportunity here. It's then a case of whether he can counterattack enough to get up to demo. But I mean, you let Kyril back in at your own peril. He will punish you for it. So what are we looking at for an optimal hand from him? I mean, it's probably just going to be a quick Pinfu by the look of it here. Pinfu Ipeiko, perhaps. Drawing one of the close sets, so you can get rid of the 2-4. And Ishanten now for Riichi Pinfu Ipeiko. If he draws the 4. If not, it's going to be Riichi Ipeiko. Few options here then. Potentially puts him into a free-sided weight coming up here as well, depending on what he actually gets. Because he could be in a free 6-9 weight if he can toss to 5 here by completing this. This is what the doctor ordered, I think. Don't think he can upgrade any further unless he does get the Ipeiko. Nope, so it's going to be... Did I calculate that wrong? No, I thought it was... If he completed the other side, he would have had the free-sided weight. So this is just going to be a 6-9. All live. And let's see how this is going to develop here. Oh, Prospero doesn't need it. Sumos. Reach past the Sumo for Kyril. Which is going to be another near Mungan. Nope. Nope, one short. So 2,000 from each. 8,000 is the gap to second now. Well, to third, really. Second and third. Same points for give defense purposes. And a Mungan Sumo puts him within striking distance of demo. So momentum is a thing that could happen here. Go Kyril! Indeed, Kyril's comeback is on. And again, he's got a reasonably decent hand for this. If you can get rid of the White Dragon early enough or draw a pair of them, Prospero's doing everything he can to try and get a quick hand together. Which, absolutely understandable here. You don't want to let the dealer settle. Double call. Okay, so it's looking like he's just going for a quick hand to try and secure things. Carl might be tempted to counterattack here and go for Tanya. Yep. Because Carl's hand is also quick, and if Prospero is about to win, going for a Tanya one door hand to maintain dealership is worth it in this situation. He just needs to pair up one of his things at the moment. So we will have to drop one of these pairs to get over there, but 8s and 2s are more likely to be played than the 4s and 5s, so he's got options. Oh, that's unfortunate. 6-7 reach means the 5s are unlikely to be played. He could try and play the 8 dots, which is what I would probably suggest at this point, but that might stall this. Goes for the 5s anyway. Prospero with 3 calls has got to be considered Tempai for Toy Toy Dragon. Welcome, Mono. We're currently in a position where I think it's just me, Yarok, and you who aren't in games at the moment, so there is in theory one more player, but we'll have to wait until queues go up to 3. At the moment, we're watching Kairos comeback. He was on 0 points not very long ago. Ishan's in there for Tanyo. Prospero, however, has picked up the win and steals Toy Toy Dragon. Alright, 5200, helping secure his second place, giving him the Mungan range on demo. South 1, half the game to go. So, Licane has got a bit of a monster here. 3 Dora, 3 potential Yakugai. I don't think he was honestly going for a Sanchiku there, but... oh, dear. Let's see. So this has potential. If he can pull... well, with this Midori, he might be able to go for Hanneman with this. Reach Yakuhai Dora 4. Or potential Dora 4 at least. And at least now he's got this pair of white dragons, he could very easily just decide to... yeah, call for white Dora 4. And he's got other options potentially here as well, so that is looking extremely good. Won't go for the Honitsu, obviously, because this is just too valuable. In fact, it's as valuable as a Honitsu, this, so... so... yeah, just needs to get some things going. He could potentially upgrade this to Toy Toy, I suppose, since he's got 4 of them, but... that's far further back than just going with a win at this stage. What are you gesturing about, sir? What are you gesturing about? You are gesturing about nonsense. Could do, but it seems unlikely since he's already got... well, he does already have the thing there. It's easier for him to just call the triplets here. That was probably the one to call, I think. You'd still be 1 away, but the way you're building your hand, you currently want to pair 2 more things up anyway. Unless he's looking at 7 pairs, in which case that is far too greedy. But I'd have called the 2 there and started cutting the 8 and then maybe the 1s. Rise has requested a pause, so there is a pause. Well, 1-2 Manwait decides not to reach it here, and that is probably a mistake because 1 man could be played. Unpause. You are unpaused. So he's waited 2. He's got a big hand here, but he... Unless that white dragon comes up, which, given there's 1 left, it might, but I feel that's not a great thing to be waiting on here. I'd reach and try and get that extra 1 in. Unless there's none of those left. No, that's the other side of the thing here. Because he can't win off that. So now he's in a... Well, he's in a 147, which is an arguably better way, but... That wasn't worth waiting for, I don't think. Yeah, that should have been a reach. There was a chance that white dragon was coming off. There was a chance the 1 was coming off. He's already played the 6, otherwise that would be an awesome draw there. Just get rid of the 1 and be into a slightly different weight. Well, I mean, he wouldn't make that much difference because I think you'd still need the 3 in that case, so no. Double for a 10 if you did that change. Well, that's Mungan. Dealer Mungan is fine. He could, but that seems like a marginal... I can't count the white, actually. The white was already out, one of them, but... I feel he could have had that earlier. He'd just reached a bit, but anyway. That has happened. That puts him in range of demo. And he maintains the dealership. Are we about to have an East reset? No. Darn it. I mean, all it does is waste time, ultimately. But I'm always happy to see an East reset. If only because it means that players 3 and 4 have screwed over the other 2 somewhat. Ooh! Rapid reach from Chiral. Let's see what he's on. It's a bluff weight, but again... We'll see how that develops. How do you play against this? You know he needs points. He will go for anything. He's still playing reasonable game by the look of it, so it's fine. But now it's the question mark. You could have called that. Pretty much. I mean, if you have the indefinite indicators, it's always worth playing a definite one early if you can. But yeah, just play your normalish game and be aware that things towards the middle are probably more dangerous than you think. So Ishanten for the Kane here with it's fair as a counter-attacking hand. Have to try and make the 5-dot pass. Door Dragon. Yep, follow. Oh no, doesn't follow the Door Dragon. Well, it's not anymore now. Kyle's played one, but it was a sticking point. I'd have still probably been inclined to get rid of it there rather than wait because other people have their own clocks. No. I was just going to draw a whole chain of them by the look of it here. Because the thing is, the Door Dragons is just what Kyle needs. Devo looks as if he's folded out, so I'm not sure what Prospero's up to at the moment, although live 7. All the reds are dead. Prospero reaching. Reasonable indicator of that from the 7, but that is a genuine reach that you have to worry about. What's he waiting on? 258. Unfortunately, that is dealing just because of the way reach works. So reach and Notora, so Kyrill's bluff weight gets him a few points and moves the game on. So he's now in a battle for the last place with Prospero. And I'm going to go back to Demo. So Demo's had quite a game since he took the lead and I started watching this game. Starts with Ipeiko and a run. This is kind of an awesome starting hand, really. Yeah. 3 runs already, and yeah. No real complaints. If he just connects anything to the 7 over 2, he's there. So I don't think he can meme out of it. I just don't think he needs to, honestly. He's not far enough in the lead that he can afford to play games. 5,000 points is nothing. Although, admittingly, his closest rival doesn't have any dealer turns left. But he's not out of Mungan range, so as long as you're not out of Mungan range, I wouldn't consider you safe. There's a draw. Okay. So, just doing my quick mental working out of this. There we go. So does he take the single weight? Well, he's in the single weight anyway. He can just win this from anybody at this point, and it would be indeed. Problem is, your single weights are dangerous. Decides to shift over. So Friso then. I mean, I guess there's no real difference. I might just be inclined to keep the 7, but... Can't obviously keep the 9 because that lowers his hand value too much, and also for a 10. I mean, genuine options would be 7 and 3, but I probably would have kept the 7 given the given Lacane. I'd imagine Masozi was slightly safer. Well, somebody's going to win this with a monster here. I think this is worth reaching. Even if you stayed in the free weight, I think that's worth a reach. Because against free calls, you kind of have to start putting some pressure on him. Although he does have Dora free, so... Yeah, not many of those left. So Prospero or Cairo is basing an attack here. I imagine Prospero because Cairo would have just called if he wanted it. And both 3 and 6 have a way of sticking in people's hands, especially when somebody looks like they're on a Honitsu, so I'm not sure how good this is. That's why I just open people's hands up here. Yeah, so a 3 and a 6 in both other people's hands. So there's 2 left in the wall you can go for. Of course it's a bluff. Well, it's not really a bluff when you're holding Dora free dragon, but that's a Mungan. A Mungan is never a bluff. But I probably wouldn't have chosen to be in a single weight given everything. I mean, no, that was the value of his hand, just in that initial part of the call. We're going to follow Prospero here. But, I mean, it's fair. He still had Mungan, even with that, so... No, because he added Pinfu to his hand, so it was technically an upgrade. It basically traded Tanyo for Pinfu. It was a great hand, gotta be honest. It's just a shame with the way things worked out. Yes, but all hands on monsters if you mean. I don't think mean was the correct answer there. Because inevitably it rarely is. Especially when he was in that position. He didn't need necessarily a big hand there. He just needed a quick win. Again, especially against the Dora free call. Well, you are both wrong. Because he wouldn't have won with the meme anyway, based on his discards and what he drew. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure on the one, but, you know, that might... He might be just trying to force a Tanyo here, as dealer. Either that was a misclick. Misclicks happen. Silly hand. GG. Yeah, it was a good fight, Kyril, honestly. You got a bit unlucky with certain things, but... It will be for a turn if he reaches on this, but we'll see. He's got some time. He's still got time to develop the hand, so... Unfortunately, you've got two players fighting for the lead in a close battle, which means they are going to go for things, especially as neither of them can be dealer anymore. But the gap is big enough that basically free hand matters. So Demo will go for any hand that can hit free hand. McCain will go for any hand regardless to try and end the game with him in the lead. Prospero needs something ridiculous or a repeat to stay in the game, so... And he's also time constrained at the moment. Oof. Seat win only. I think he should probably have looked to try and get something better than that, but any win will do, I suppose. So, 2 Han, 3 Han needed. Alright, let's observe Kyril for the final game. So, Kyril with Dragon Honitsu and endless numbers of repeats needed to stay in this. I will watch the game and then I'll queue up and I'll actually put myself in the game. I'm not going to start even if we see 4 because I would like another game. Mono disappointed. Well, you can continue to be disappointed, sir. Not everybody has the same opinion about you of going for a Yakum in every single hand. Okay, double pair. No, I mean, with this, Honitsu is clearly the better hand. Yes, but as long as he keeps winning with hands that are actually possible to win with, he can continue. Either that, or he can go and roll the dice on a 1 in 20. Which, honestly, given that he's got pairs of bonus tiles, well, pair of bonus tile plus this as backup. No, I don't think Nageshi's on for this either, in all honesty. Nageshi is impossible, as we've established numerous times, and this is clearly the better hand to go for. I know he's not going to be successful, but this is ultimately what he has to try and do. Okay. Ishan sent for 7 pairs, or can just start calling some Yakuhai. Fortunately, 9s and 8s are both gone if it is going 7 pairs, so yeah, unlikely. Gonna go for the Toy Dragons. I will ignore the spoilers from the future, I believe. Yes, he needs 3 hands to get 3rd in one go. He's dealer. He has the opportunity to repeat. Any win will do if you're last dealer. Unfortunately, I think this 5 is about to deal in is somebody, isn't it? Nope, not quite. So, Ishanten for Dragon Renshan. Oh, absolutely, and that's probably correct here. That's an unfortunate redraw, but fine. I suppose it's safety. Alright, here we go. Double Yakukai, Ishanten for Toy Toy. Pretty much no choice but to go for it. Yeah, I wouldn't be happy with either of those against this. The 4 probably slightly more than 7, but I'm not happy with either of them. The problem is you can't fold, otherwise you're guaranteed last. Your only option is possibly 6, even though that's not any better. Why not? This is good carnage. Interestingly, if you could make the 7s pass against Prospero, you might have had a chance at Honitsu. Not certain that would have done any. That would have been alright, but anyway, ultimately that happened, so fine. And that is enough for Demo to retake the lead, and he picks up the win. So GG. All right, get me out of here so I can play a game. Avoiding the double run is always good. Alright, let's see. We have Mono, Demo, Prospero, Lacane, and myself, and I want in. So I'm going to use host advantage of just sneaking myself in. Does anyone want to drop? I think we should have Mono in a game just because he hasn't played one yet, and also I could do with trying to take some points off him in a doomed effort. So, anyone want to drop, or who do we fancy out of this game? Kyril? Happy not to play. Okay, so Kyril doesn't want to play in this, which is fair enough. Let's see. 2P3. Okay. Alright, Kyril, 1, 2, or 3. Free. Okay, Lacane, you've been randomly assigned to not be in the game from Kyril's perspective, sorry. We'll get you in the next one. And if we have 2 people turn up and Kyril's still happy to play, then we will get you in the game there as well. Yarok also was around at some point. That's actually helpful because I can eat. Hooray! Eating is always required. Eating is always good. Alright, let's climb the mountain. We just need to finish above Mono, and preferably have Mono lose some points. How difficult can that be with a 2-Dora starting hand that's actually kind of awesome? Let's see. It's just rust, so you'll be fine. You just need a couple of good games and you'll be back in the mood for it, which honestly does help. We've all been through multiple bad sort of runs of games in a row, and you just feel absolutely abysmal, and you just feel almost like it's a chore to get back into the game. Then you have 1 or 2 good games and you're back in. I've been playing a lot though. Okay. Maybe just force it. Oh, dear God, Prospero. Why? Well, good news is I'm safe against that. Can also play the 9s out. Ron? Well, we got a good counterattack for this. 4 should be safe because he played a very early 5. So I'm looking quite good about this. Yeah, we're counterattacking this for Dragon and Dora 2 at least. Stand by. No, I've got to risk it. Carnage nonsense going on. But we're showing Dragon Door free, so this seems fine. Oh, he's south. Nope. Mono discarding a bunch of norths, which absolutely makes sense in this context. We are going Suicide running against Prospero. Four's fine. Come on, 9 dot. Different one than GT. I played badly, I think. Oop. Well, you shouldn't be pausing for any reason other than win, unless you've got a Khan option. Alright, that's showboating. Prosper gets a warning. Actually had a free-sided weight as well there. Jeez. Well, we had a counter-attack for that, but obviously didn't get the last 9. But hey. Fortunately, we were dealer as well, so we lost an extra 1,000 points and not sitting in last, but could be better. I wonder if Prosper was actually disconnected and that was just his also win taking effect there. Okay, we've had 2 great hands in a row. He might actually have had connection issues because he is taking his time with the first discard as well. Problem is he's not showing as such at the moment, so I don't know. It's normally Mono who does that, in all honesty. Alright, no worries. So 1 call away from double Yakai, Dora, and a free-sided weight. Oh, fear the White Dragon. I, of course, don't have it, but, you know, fear the White Dragon. So, anyway. I'll have those points back, thanks, Prospero. Also, I just realised he's out. So I'll take my 4,000 points back, but I will, of course, wait for this to actually resolve itself here. Yeah, that's what I guessed. Well, we'll give him some time. But hey, the mountain is being climbed successfully. Mod is in 3rd, I'm in 1st. If it ends like this, all is good. In the meantime, we just have to wait for him to get back. Well, the thing is, he did take the win, so I assumed it resolved itself at that point, but... Alright, let's just have a quick look at things. Prosper just announced his computer's crashed about 4 minutes ago, so that's fine, I've got it paused. Alright, Well, currently that's the only game currently in progress. We have Lacane and Solar currently queued up, but they're the only two. So if another game does start off, I am happy to get that started. I mean, auto win and also no calls is probably reasonable practice to get into if you're absolutely guaranteed you're not going to do any more calling. But thanks, but my birthday's in October. It was somebody else's birthday today. It was Yarok's. Although if you can convince everybody it's my birthday right now, then that's fine. Go for it. But it's not. Stop trying to make me older, Starfall. Meanwhile, just while we're on this, would you Riichi this? Yes. Absolutely. That's a fourth. Actually, is that a 5-sided weight? That might be a 5-sided weight. 25147. Yeah, 25147. That's a 5-sided weight with potential Sanchiku. Of course you call that. Would you Riichi this? Of course, you could also take the free man only weight. You could do that. Oh, this is just in the Discord. You could take the free man only. Just because I looked at that, because that was where Prospero just confirmed that he was in. He had broken out, or his computer's crashed anyway. It might even have crashed at this stage. But if you can get a 5-sided weight, there's no reason not to go for that. Where are you? He is currently in Oblivion. Well, this is entertaining at this stage. This is why I should normally have something as backup. Yeah, this is the rankings before today, in all honesty. So, obviously, this is going to be affected by matches that have been played, but this is the thing. The spreadsheet is linked in the Discord. It's one of the pins. And yeah, obviously I've still got to add today's games to it, but this is match. I think we're up to match 90 now. Oh dear. Well, thankfully it's early and no real stuff has gone from this, but it might be. We might be approaching the time where I just cancel this game. Which I do still have the option to do, but we'll give Prosper a few more minutes to try and get back into this. Well, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take advantage of a couple of things here. I'm going to head off briefly and grab myself a cup of tea. I will be back in a few moments, and if Prospero is not back, we will stop the match and restart things. So bear with. Okay. So, reasonably well timed. Let's get this game restored. We're also one short of a game in here, so Larry has joined us. Hello, Larry. That's it we knew here. So, East free. 4,000 points ahead of Mono at the moment. Okay, we have a few in. So, Lacane, Solar, Larry, and then Starfall, I suppose, over Chiral, assuming Chiral's still in the nope. Okay, Starfall has dropped, so Chiral, I guess, if you're happy to do that. Alright, game on. We're giving Mono points. This is not good. It was going to happen up until the point he did that. Yeah, up to yeah, until Starfall just dropped, it was definitely going to happen. But hey, all right, so we're doing okay here. Yes, okay, just to load again. Oh dear. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. No Dora, but this is has potential. I'm not gonna can. Let's cut that. So we can always cut back and go for a Ipeco Pinfu style thing here. Alright, reach Tanyo and potentially Ipeco. I played a 9-8 very early on, so that might mask my weight a little bit as well, with all this faffing about here. No Batsu. No ability can't either actually come to this. So Mon is likely on a dot weight of some kind based on his discards, but no, maybe not. So a normalish hand then, I guess. Because whether we can pull off the 4-7 here. Wrong 4. See reach on the 6. Alright. What do you say to that, Mono? So I'll take you dealing into Prospero. Totally not biased. Go on, play the 7 dot. Give me Ipeco. We command the 7 dot to appear. Wrong dot. Thankfully I drew a CG that. Oh, is Mono still on something? Could be. He's on low Manzu. Nope, decides not to call it. I mean, dots seem terrible against Prospero, so that might actually stop them coming out. Yeah, I said they seemed horrible, and that his hand was better than mine. Oh wow, I dodged a bullet here. Close 6, but that's a Hanneman. Jeez. Alright, Rise. Thanks for joining us. Well, Prospero's suddenly got a massive jump in points. So, Mono in 4th. We've drawn 4 pairs in our opening hand, but not a lot else we can really work with. We'll force the west here. Oh no, Prospero calls that, so Prospero on the attack. And why not? If you can pull off another win and get some momentum towards him. Play 6 here. So we're a bit away from finishing, but we'll probably end up getting rid of these 9s next. Well, that wasn't until I drew that. Prospero still going, or...? Does. Wondering if it's Chanza. It could be West only for just a quick repeat in all honesty and just try and get him towards the dealership. Which I have no objections to if that's all it is. But he's played 4 tiles from the middle at this point. We just given up a 7 pairs hand, I just realised. Ah, well. Back up to 4 pairs. Could have played the red dragon a little earlier, this is true, but... Okay, so it is west only. So we're not going to worry about nonsense anymore. Oh, they're the best kind. Absolutely the best kind of traps to jump into. So this is on for Demo at this point. Does Demo want to go for things? He does. Oh no, what's happening? It's only a cheap hand admittingly, but... Another 1,000 points down. Alright, dealer turn. South 1. Hand is okay. We've hit Tubbledora, but do you need to get rid of some of these? Alright, let's go red. We chose correctly. Another 8, so we'll see. Yay, Modest discarded a pair of reds and is going backwards. South. No, we helped Mono out. No, we helped Prospero out. Darn it. So we have a bunch of closed weights that we need for this. And Prospero has South, double South, Yakuhai, so that's free. Depends how greedy he's getting for other things, I guess. So if we draw a 4, we can change that up for 2, which should be fine. Fairly certain that Souza was a good chance of passing Prospero at this point. Ishanten. So if we can draw the 4-man, that gives us Pinfu on the 6-9. Draw the 1-man. Yeah, we're going to reach on the 4 because honestly we don't want to keep that Dora. So reach 2 Dora. Versus risking reach Pinfu with a 5 that could be what he is after. So we'll see. 4-man's not a great weight to be on, but it could happen. Thankfully, Vidora passed without any problem. Come on, 4-man. Nope. Four-man from anybody. Dora 5 passed. Alright, so it looks like they're going to play safe against my dealer reach, which is fine. Let's show Prospero doesn't have a workaround. That looks like it might be a workaround. 6 dot is not safe against me. 5 dot's not safe against me either, actually, so Mono's trying stuff. Mono is, of course, entitled to try for stuff. He is in last place and will do that. I'm just hoping it makes him play the 4-man. 2 more draws. No. Oh, please no. Oh, okay. That's fine. And that was a Dora discard, so Mono's got to be Tenpai, we'd assume. Shah. Mono's wind, but not this time. So I've got the Haite draw, I think. Nope. Prospero's the Haite draw. Come on, 4-man. Wrong 4. Wrong 3. 4-man for the Haite, Prospero. Would have been a double run if he'd have played the 4. But, okay. So, Tenpai happens. I pull a little bit away from demo to try and secure second place. Let's see what we can do this time. I mean, it's not great. Start with 9 dot. Two closed weights potentially there. Plus another one means we're probably going to get rid of the green red monos on for Yakuman nonsense. So that means I'm just going to play my dragons out. The earlier I can kill his darn Yakuman nonsense, the better. Oh, somebody can call that. There we go. That kills the Yakuman off. I'm not even gonna hold on to this. I'm just gonna get rid of this straight away. We'll force Mono to try other things. He says, thinking about it, actually. We're going to do this. Oh no, maybe he's not doing that kind of nonsense. He's doing other kind of nonsense. That's the problem. Darn it. This is what I get for expecting Mono to do nonsense. Well, dealer has just discarded Dora. Let's see what happens. Good news is all the 2s are gone because I called them, so... Right, let's cut the 7-man now. Ah, darn it, we're giving Mono stuff. Last thing we wanted to do is give Mono stuff. Four's played a couple of turns before. That's my justification there. Demo showboats this, I'm not going to be happy. Alright, Riichi and Simo while I'm dealer, and his dragon. Okay, that puts him in second. Which is unfortunate, because I want to obviously gain positions to nab additional points while Mono is actually down. This is a better hand, at least, so we can work with this, I believe. So 40,000 points down, but we of course have no dealer turns left, so we're going to have to do this a bit more naturally. Still options here, so I'm looking at Tanyo and Stuff and Things right now. Tanyo, Pin, Fudora, plus Riichi could be enough. Alright, 2 runs. So we can claw the 7, draw the 5, we can be in tempo for the other one, so Riichi, Tanyo, and Dora. So if you're a 7 now, that actually gives us Pinfu as well, so that's why we did that one. Okay. So we equally still have Pinfu if we draw at 7. Actually, no we don't. Sorry, ignore me. Give us some other options down the line though. Triplet of the 8s, you say. Okay. Ishanten. Nope. Yeah, what am I talking about? Don't worry. Ugh. Do we go for this? I think we might. Tanyodora 1. Not a huge hand, but it would be enough to put us ahead of Demo. Game is paused. So we come in on a 4-7. 4 is a safe tile for him as well. That, though, puts us into a 3-6 and a safe against this discard. Tanyodora. Can! Plus 2 reach sticks, of course, so that puts me now... I mean, I'm in range. It could be done. 9,000 points is not insurmountable from here. But I could do with some help. And unfortunately, Prospero is not going to give me help. Tyrell says back. Okay, I'm going to restore the game then. Alright, Prospero doing everything in his power to get the win here. Which I appreciate, because that helps me get second, definitely, so... Mahjong's fine. We can play the Force though against Prospero now, who has got to be in tempo with that. Probably only with a Hanitsu Dragon if he's got anything though. Alright, Mono on the attack. This is his last dealer turn, so this is where he will try things. No, nether greens are fine. One should be fine. I kind of want to go for this, but it's not going to happen, I don't think. We're probably out, annoyingly, with 30 tiles to go. But we do have a triple call to our right, so we have things to worry about. It is a dragon only, pretty much, but... Gonna skip that. That means Mono is gone for things here, but we're gonna just use our 2 safe tiles and be happy with it. I'm actually not sure whether I want Prospero to win this hand or not. It's cheap, but if he wins, then I'm pretty much stuck into getting a really good hand at the end. Not sure at this point. It's 9:30, so we'll see how we feel beyond this, but... Alright, repeat 1. And that is annoyingly a good hand by the look of it. Mangan. Or near Mangan. That does have a slight advantage of putting this game into even territory. The downside is Mono isn't got a chance of actually clawing a comeback here. And we can't have that. We can't have a comeback. No comebacks allowed. Even if it does come back, has actually put me in first. How dare that mountain reclimb itself? Alright, Mono's going to go for broke here, so I need to force it. Unfortunately, I can only force it if I get the right tiles from demo / myself drawing them. That doesn't help. Alright, 1 down. I'll probably start cutting this and hoping I draw a 7 at some stage and go for Riichi Pinfu. Or reach anything at this point. It's not about flow, it's just basically he's going to try and attack everything because he's not that far behind now. So any attack is good. We have 2 safe tiles here, so we're going to use them. Sanchiku? Yeah, Sanchiku. Okay. This is where I want to attack, because obviously that would allow me to disrupt what he's doing a little bit. Still. See how this goes. That's a bit ominous. But we're not far away ourselves here. I mean, 9/8's likely going to be safe against him. Good. Somebody else is on the attack plan. Don't let Mono get back into this. There's a strong chance of deal in because I think the 6 is going to be dodgy, but we'll see. That is such a good draw right now. E-chance in. Though I'd have to cut the door to make that work unless I get the right thing here. Yeah, we're playing around mono to an extent here. 5-so, come on, play a 5-so demo. Alright, 2-5. Tanya Dora. For enough points to actually win the game. Right, we stopped him on his dealer turn. We have a shot. Oh boy. Everyone's been disconnecting this game. It's not good. Alright, we've just hit above 30k. Alright, I just have to win anything this hand and we are done. Alright, all 4 players are in this. By absolutely no stretch is this done. And we have what looks like a reasonable calling hand for Tanyo. But I'm going to risk the possibility of a south change here. Okay, there was a chance of a south repeat. It's actually a decent hand, but hopefully people will start underestimating my hand now. We'll see. Need to get rid of a 9-8. Need to get rid of the white. And back. Okay. Restored. Pom. Any win will do. This is not going to be amazing, but he doesn't have to be. Demo can win with a free-hand hand. They use sumos. Mono can win with a Mungan. Well, actually, Mono would need Mungan plus a reach stick from somewhere. This is a bit all over the place here, but we'll see. That also might be a good draw here, getting us a 4-7 weight. Yep, Demo obviously on the attack because he definitely has a shot at this. Well, we'll see. I need to pair something. Doesn't give me enough. Well, that is a paired thing, but it's not what I wanted. I need to pair something else. Or I need to draw this and go into a single weight on one of the other two. Gonna go with a 6. Dora indicator for the win. If we're in 10 by, we can win. This is the thing. This is the logic, and this is why we're doing it. I can just draw a 6 here and win. Didn't happen, but I could have done. Somebody else can play a 6 and I win, and that's ultimately all I need to be in. This is it. I've done my job. It's now a case of whether or not the fates are with us. That, however, is an improvement. And 8 was just played. 5 outs, 3 tiles. Let's go. Victory and chips. Unfortunately, I think I pushed Mono into 3rd with that. Ah, no, Mono doesn't get the full penalty. But I secure a win, so we'll take the win over necessarily putting Mono in last. Hey, I've gained about 30 points on Mono. Yay! Alright, I'm going to go watch the other game for the moment. If we do get enough people in the room to go and set up another one, we will do that. Right, so we're currently sitting with Solar. Chiral has reached with a 7 in the first row. Let's see how they play around that. Or even if they play around that. Safe style. So safe style, CG, and I'm not sure what the free was about there. No worries. Alright, we currently have Demo and Prospero. If that is all, then that will be all, I think. Actually, let's have a quick check of what Carol's actually waiting on. Carol is waiting on a 2-5. And Sumos. For good measure. Alright, so Carol's building up some points then. East free as dealer. Lacane has disconnected. This is probably when this happened. We need one more. Demo Prospero Starfall currently in. This is when I pause the match, so huzzah. Do I want to join for one more? I'm not sure. Do I want to join for one more? I should probably join for one more. If nobody joins in a few minutes, I will join this game. But Windmill Valley's still screwed. Oh boy. Okay, so Solar's hand here. This is the first proper game I'm going to watch of this. So, reasonable-ish start. Cut the red. Hope to get some lucky tiles towards the middle, and you're away, pretty much. Might want to get rid of this 9 at some stage. But, it's looking reasonable. Yeah, I think I'm just going to join the other game. I could potentially do some commentary, but I might as well just start this one off while I'm actually here. All right, this is probably going to be my last game for tonight, so let's go if we're all ready. Demo, Prospero, Starfall, and myself. Rather than have 3 people waiting and nobody apparently coming in to join. Oh, I'm going to regret this when I finish last, but, you know. We're here to play Mahjong. We're not here to worry about the mountain. Okay. Reasonable-ish start. Well, let's hope we can draw some reasonable tiles before we are forced into a decision about whether we call this or not. Another pair of either of those would be nice. Yeah, that's a good draw. Chance is an option. Gonna cut that just because it's not now. Since I cut the 3, it's no point in having 2 on its own here. Just gonna be a self-inflicted first hand trap if I leave that. Okay, so no chancer at the moment. So it's just a case of whether we can improve with just Green Dragon. Alright, demo with 1, 2, 3 call. Bit to go here. I don't think it's a Honitsu. I could potentially have a bonus of the hats. I could potentially have bonus Hatsu. Stop playing 6s. Can I cut the 8 here? We got a free 5-7 here, so we'll go with that shape. South does nothing. Hatsu's not going to be played then, so somebody's either got a pair or somebody's just definitely determined not to hold on. Or potentially there's still more in the pool to be drawn. Okay. Pair of 4s. Do we want to try and force a Honitsu here? If we can get that 7, then I think the Honitsu force is a possibility from there. The 5s are out. That's going to make it a little more awkward to go for this, I think. Still. Yeah, Sanshikyu only. Well, Sanshikyu Dora. Oh wow. Nope, Sanshikyu outside and 1. Oh well, that's all my points lost for today. Could have potentially been a little more cautious about that, but we'd have had to discard it to advanced hand in any case, so it's fine. I feel like with white. So I'm moving now, just cut the dealer turn off if we can. And I'm going to skip the first dragon. Hand's reasonable enough that I could take it, but we've got a double call going on. Okay, 2 away. Move green dragon as a potential safety option here. Doesn't really have a lot of value to go and chase this though, I've got to be honest. Okay. North only. Kind of a bluff, but hey, it moves the seats on. And gets demo out of a dealer place, so that's fine. Indeed. It's always the best plan. Suicide charge! Well, we got 2 dealer turns left, so I'm not really concerned about this current situation. Still very much early days. Wow, that worked. Nice. It's always nice when that occasionally works. Itsu! The possible Itsu will always save you, except when it doesn't. Red Dora. So we've got Dragon Dora 2 currently. Kind of held off for a turn though. Because there's still the awkward side to get rid of, and well, I mean, we do have potential Yora away here if we can get the 4. Alright, Starfall's deciding to go a bit manic, but I'm not going to complain given my point score. So we're doing a red dragon commitment, which isn't usually a good idea, but No, everyone's on the move. 8 passes, 6 should pass. My Starfall's doing it from a position back a turn or two. Let's hope we don't end up needing the 8-man for a pair in a moment. This might be a bit too aggressive and a bit too suicide runny. True, sometimes it does work. I could do without in this table right now, I've got to be honest. Alright. There's a little more aggression. Probably tempo. Safe tile for the moment. Love them to play a 3 or a 6 dot here, just because that would open up my potential winning positions. Come on, go for it. Give me the red. Nope, one more. 3 dot is likely to deal into somebody, but I made the right choice. Well, Demi picks up points. I'm still behind. And this is kind of where we need to be here. Deal a turn. East Dora. Less than ideal, admittingly, but medium pair Norths. Oh boy. This is a good hand, but it's just... I need some help. 6 dot, 5 dot would be ideal. 6 so 5 dot. Red does not help me a great deal. Ultimately, I need a win to try and earn some points back. Sanj Q would help me immensely. More loose dragons. Come on. Just a couple of good draws. Couple of good draws and we were away with this one. And that will count as an okay draw. Potential free-sided shape up there. 2 away. Starfall calls. 4-so, 6-so. Come on. 4-so, 6-so. 9 actually isn't bad. That gives us the double run there. So Ishan to 10. 4-so, 6-so. Then we're reaching on the other thing. Come on, 4-0. Come on, 6-0. That is neither of them. 5-8 would be fine as well. That puts us into a single weight, and I'd probably reach for it. CG trap. That'll do, though. So that increases the number of potential winners. There's a couple of 2s. A couple of 1s, rather, and some 4s. So I just need one of those. Reach 5-8. So dealer, Reach, Pinfu, and Dora. Come on, Ipatsu Sumo. This would be a great time for me to Mangan. Not quite. And taking the points of demo would be best at this point, but I'm not caring at this stage. I need to close the gap to somebody. 5-8. Red 5. Nope. Plays a CG to the 3. That probably means he's folded. Demo's playing safe. There's 7 out there, so I've got a reasonable shot of drawing them. Prospero's pushing. That's not good. CG to the 7, I guess. 1-4-7. It's going to be on 8 dots. It's just who's got them. Starfall doesn't need them in theory. Take the win. Reach, Pinfu, and Dora. Alright, 5-8. That is going to change our positions over. So I go back up to 3rd. Can we keep this going? West. 2 completed runs and a pair. Which is where we can build anything off the rest of it. Early 2, early Dora, Dragon. This is away. Not after 1, but we'll see. Because that Honda was a draw from the last game. Draw something in the middle here. We'll get rid of the 1-3 potentially. It's where we can draw a White Dragon coming up here. White Dragon to be helpful. Nope, that'll do. Right, so if we draw south, we're into a White Dragon only weight, which is fun. But I think it's going to be better all around if I draw this White Dragon and go into a 2-pair weight. That, though, is potentially better. That's a possible Itsu territory. So 4 or 9 for a possible Itsu, which will be Reach Pinfu as well. South 8. It's early enough that I'm going to risk it. I've given somebody Dora free, but South is only going to be useful to Starfall. And the 8's close enough to the edge that it's good. It's a good tile to get rid of in the play your normal game against the Reach scenario. So let's see how this works. The only downside of things now is that nobody's going to want to play South against me because Starfall obviously has that, and South is his bonus tile. Not that he needs any more, admittingly, but South 8, come on. Give me some more. Feed the Shadowhawk! If that was a 9, I'd be much better about this because I'd have the Pinfu and Itsu potentially, but there we go. Reach and 1. 39. 2 Humber. Up to 2nd. Dealer Mangan puts me in the lead. In fact, Dealer Freehand puts me in the lead, I think. Right. Well, when you have a start like this, there's only one direction you can go in. Call everything. Downside is these are 2 middle pairs, so I'm unlikely to get those as calls, but we can get 4s and 7s as well. More sticks. We like sticks. Starfall has aggressively attacked all of my dealer turns. I'd say it's personal, but he desperately wants this to end now he's in last. Okay, so we now have Toy Toy. Toy Toy Dragon is always a good starting place. Only downside, of course, as mentioned, they're middle tiles, so nobody's likely to play these. I think Starfall's going for a Honitsu in Sozu, so I might throw the 2 out just for safety here. 2-1. I'm thinking that's more like... We could have kept that, but... I don't mind an efficiency drop for putting dangerous tiles away for now, and hoping they'll be safer later in the game. Somebody else goes... Oh, also Prospero is doing a similar thing here, so... Shenanigans are happening on 2 sides of the table. Well, that's 2. Ishanten. If we can draw 5 or 6, that puts us into Sananko on a free dot weight. But we're going to take that as is. So Dragon Dora on a free. Still looking to make some calls though, because we can upgrade this. But if we're in a Tenpai hand, and Stuffle definitely doesn't want the dots, playing this is that one earlier. And if we can just sumo it. Alright, Rampage. It's only low value rampaging, I've got to be honest, but it is rampaging. And again, double ton and a fast stand. And again, Starfall just... Oh boy, Starfall has attacked every single one of these, and yeah. I wonder how... He's going to be very annoyed if he doesn't win any of these on the way out. Just saying. Can he call that as well? Well, if he could, he didn't want it. Oh, gee, God, my hand. This is kind of ridiculously lucky how I'm going on at the moment here. It's not a slow burn. This is a genuine threat now. Because I was about to say Ishanten. We're gonna risk the 8 dot. So Ishanten. Gonna play safe against it though. Could have gone a bit more aggressive, but the 4 dot's going to be the tricky one. Yeah, last thing we want to do is give additional door against an unknown reach. We are going to play our own game if we can, but 4 dot's awkward. Interesting. Risk it. So 6 dot gives us Tenpai for double Tondora. I mean, sure. Passed. Okay, got a shot at making this work then. 2-4, so left, and we're just going to win off it. Oh boy, we probably shouldn't have gone for that, but it worked. Freehan off of second, well, off of leader, now in second. Par-Renchan is not a thing on this, but dear God, how many double Yakuhai are we going to draw in succession? Because this is just getting a little silly now. Just a little silly. This is the game that never ends. Until I bust Starfall out admittingly, but you know. Oh no, absolutely. I'm gonna have to go take all the points. But it is getting a little silly. I just meant every single one of these hands, it seems like I've had 2 Yakuhai in my opening hand. Although this is the first one in a while that Starfall hasn't just immediately called something, so clearly he's got a decent hand at last. So Prospero played Adora very early. Shantin. But we're giving Demo some points now. Well, Demo was sitting pretty happily until this happened. Yeah, I've gone on a bit of a rampage, Mono. I was in dead last earlier on. T5. For Dragon, nothing. And 5 repeats. There's no currently games queued up. It's a currently empty board. The other game is still going on as well, as far as I'm aware. So, yep, still going on. And as mentioned, this is probably still going to be my last game of tonight, though. South 4 they were in. Okay. So that game might well be going on here. We'll see. So 1,500 double to 3,000. 6 repeats. Oh, I didn't draw a double Yakuhai. This clearly run over. But 18k in the lead, entering South 1 is perfectly fine by me. JPB is queued up, but we'll see how the other game goes and whether we want to include that, which we almost certainly will. So JPP and Mono currently queued up for another game. I don't think the Rampage is going to go on beyond this. I think this is going to be it. Too many stars have to align for this to be a decent hand, I think. We can still get a Tanyo out of it, though. Okay, other game is over. So we're finishing in second, I know that much. I don't know about the rest of it, though. Well, I've gone 4th to 1st in this currently. We're in the 6th Honda. Just I was 4th at the start of this particular turn. I almost don't want to play the 9s against that, actually. He's played 6-7, so he shouldn't need the 9s, but... Oh, Carnage. No, seems reasonable. Two whites have been played, so we can follow. I need one more for one last game, I think. And this is my last game, but there is 3 queued up for another one, so... Ooh, Dora. Alright, we're gonna safety this, I think. Well, yeah, but I don't want the Homber at that point. I don't mind them transferring some points over. That'd be better for me, really. Alright, we're just going to play safety here. We are not interested in keeping this on. He might have a decent hand. He might even be able to do something ridiculous with that. But from 23 back, and given where we were, and given that result, I'm okay with that. So 26 plus 6 Honda, so 54. And East is finally over. Yeah, this is okay. This is good. So I just now need to end the game quickly, which is either knock Starfall out, which could happen, or just pick up quick wins. But no power enchant for me today. Not, again, that power enchant is a thing, but you know. Ooba-dooba-doo. Guess I'll go there then. So tail still gives me close for tat and a two-sided, so it's not about attacking Starfall really, it's just about trying to finish a hand here, and the way this is currently working out, I don't know. I don't want to quick attack the Toy though. Which still would be a quick attack at this point, admittingly, but okay, that's a good draw. Let's cut that 5-6 and then we'll see how we can go with it. Hey Debbie, we have one more slot if you want to just jump in. But me observing that game is probably going to be the last one for night. Not going to call that now. Don't feed mono points. You're on probation for giving mono wins. I've put a chip into that mountain. I am ever so slightly closer. Don't undo all my work, please. Mind you, I can still undo that work right now. There's absolutely no guarantee that I can. There's no guarantee that I won't fluff this up somehow. Not going to count on that. Yeah, I want to say I've played this badly. Gotta be honest. At least this particular hand. But I have plenty of defensive options if I need them, so... Yeah, this late I'm not going to go aggressive for this. I'm just going to go passive and see if we can just work around it. I'm not going to play any more tonight, but if people want to play games, I'll just do some commentary on the back of them, I think. It's already 10 past 10 in England right now, so... Yeah, as much as I would have loved to have taken some points off Starfall here, I think it's going to be somebody else who does that. And if somebody sumos, well, that doesn't actually affect me in a great way, really. Demo potentially is the only one I'd worry about with sumo right now. He could overtake me with a Hanneman, I think. Yeah, 12-3, so... We could hit Shanton if we could make the free pass, actually. I mean, we know the free's safe to demo. It'd be a 5 hell weight, but it's safe for now, so we might as well be in it. Oh, and start. I'm just slightly concerned about the other two, but they played a lot of dot tiles, so I think the 5 is fine. Well, we also have a chance of still getting there, though. Yeah, then we can have his exhaustive tempo, 4-7. Okay, so Starfall down to 7-4, so if he deals into a Mungan, that's game over for him. And he's reasonable. I've certainly said good things about West Hands. West is our win, but at this point it's not worth keeping. Given our other options. Go fives. So Mike up 2, hope to get a two-sided thing there. This is leading to us having to discard the 5 dot in a moment, but... No, we could draw something next to that. We could draw a 4 thing at this point. Yeah, okay. Since we draw that, we're going to cut it here. So we've got a couple of options for pairs. Both of them could potentially become runs, so this is fine. North does nothing for me. Please, I'm finally positive, don't make me lose luck. Luck is a thing you seize. I have discarded a full set of easts. Thankfully, I'm west in the south round, so it doesn't really matter. But interesting. So I'm Shanton at the moment, although it's for a nothing hand. Reach only. Would that be worth it against that? It probably would be worth it because Demo's the closest person at the moment, so if we get a chance to reach this, we need to. 1469. No. That is probably the most truthful comment about Tiles of Confusion in history, Kyril. Yeah, no, I completely agree on that. We're going for this. 6 left. 9 was just played by Starfall, so we'll see. And I guess we have the ability to Karn. We're not going to, but we have the ability to. Or potential ability to, I should say. No. We're not Karning if we get the 8. Why would I Karn with this with 92 gap? It's just no. I'm trying to scare off the dealer and potentially take a win. I mean, yeah, that does certainly happen. Fun? This isn't fun. This is a serious contest that I've not been legitimately at the top of during all of the seasons. I know I technically won one of the shortened ones, but I've not been legitimately top of the Tiles of Confusion. So therefore, there is still that ladder to climb. In this case, the ladder being mono, and by ladder, I mean mountain. Okay, so close. I mean, I haven't discarded any Manzu, so Manzu seems like a terrible thing to try and discard against me. 8 was safe a little earlier, so that's fine. Question is, who's still in? Oh. I didn't hit any Iridura, so I don't think I knocked Starfall out with that. Reach only. But importantly, we gain a little bit more of a buffer, so I think that takes us up beyond Hanneman range at this point. Yeah, see? That's beyond Mungan's Sumo at this point, even if I'm dealer at the time. And also, Hanneman hit of somebody else is no longer enough for demo. So, okay. But I think we've established via your control of the chat and also by the Washizu games we have played in Tabletop Simulator that you are definitely the Akagi, and if anything, Mono is Washizu with all these darn Yakuman luck, at least during Washizu. I'm just a quiet trickster in the corner who tries to set elaborate traps and they don't always work. Well, this is looking okay. So we can go Dragon Ishanten. Okay, forget that plan. Yeah, I guess we throw the dragons. Could potentially still go for Ipeiko and something, but we know 3 passes. The 2 is probably not going to pass against him though. Played a very early 3, so let's gamble on the 2. Okay, that's helpful. Well, if we can make the 5 pass, we could be in a 1-2 wait. West is fine. Oh, hold on. Right, pause that. 6 dot is fine. I think you might be folding here. There's a possibility 6 is safe. Suji the 3 he played earlier, but I've got a feeling he's got some form of Seizu hand. Or low dots. So, yeah. Well, that was sequenced. Riichi and he's got at least 2. Wow. Suddenly I've got work to do. So, 2 Han with a triplet is going to be enough. 3 Han otherwise. Okay. Well, I mean, in fairness, there's no reason for me not to try and attack this. I am last dealer. I literally don't need much. It's just a case of this. This is a bit awkward to go for Tanyo. Fortunately, Prospero's going to attack as well. So he just wants the game to be over. Well, we'll see if we can sort of green, because green, red, green Dora plus something, which could be Reach at this point. We're also quite close to Reach, Pinfu, and Dora, which would be enough for free Han. Alternatively, we hope that Demo deals into Prospero for a 4,000. That would do. Which is fair, so he needs about the same, which means he could take the points off Demo, and that would be fine. Come on, 2 up for tempo. He's got Honitsu, which that might have helped him towards, but... Not with that. Okay, game is restored. Alright, Demo's also attacking because he's seen the risk. I'm just going to play it anyway. There's virtually no risk of me dealing into Prospero at this point. I'm still going to be second either way. Demo has a bit more to worry about with that. As it turns out, he had Tenpai for a hand, so that is game. GG. Demo picks up a 50k win. And we'll take home some good points. Which I think that's actually... I nearly got more points from that than I got my win earlier. Jeez. Alright. Let's go and watch the other bit of nonsense going on, and then we'll tally up the scores. So this is Debbie's disconnection. What did we tell you about giving mono points? What did we tell you about giving mono points, Solar? Actually, we told Debbie, but you know, same difference here. Alright, let's just have a quick look through the tournament log. I might as well try and update the spreadsheet while I'm here. What was the first game today? That was the auto from Yarok. So, too many windows, not enough screens, especially as I want to keep this open. Did I not pause this while Debbie was away? Yeah, okay, I did. Right. Dude. So, Yarok 33.9. RPB was plus 10.6. There we go. Can rest out. That makes it a bit easy for me. Right. M6 Prospero went minus 9.4. And Solo went minus 35. You should just go straight back into it, in all honesty. Also, you said back, so I assumed you were back in the game. JPB's monster win next, which was 58.6. 17.6. Starfall went down. 6, and Draconis lost a bucket load of points there, actually. Yeah, that was his busted out game. Demo then gained a 35. Where's Demo? 39. I'm sure I got you registered somewhere. There you are. 25. Prosper again, losing 18 points. And Carol minus 5.4. You should just be going straight back into it. Just try and queue up, because that should just put you into it if you're not already there. Otherwise, the game is kind of stopped. So I thought I restarted it, in all honesty. So. I would just reset Soul at this point and just see if that lets you back in that way. So it should recognize you're in a game. Yeah, so just completely close down Mahjong Soul and just restart it back up. alpha goes 40.1. Rise up to 2.4. Solo loses 12 points. Yeah, because when you said back, this is what I meant, and I restarted the whole thing. So. Yeah, well, I took back to be a signal that you were back in the game, so sorry. I've reapplied the pause, but we do need to get you back into this. Yeah. Now in game screen. Okay, I can restore. Alright, well, I hope you haven't given Mono too many points in your absence. We're about to find out. Which is extremely odd. Right. So then this was my win, so 27.7. Yeah, I got more points for my second place in the darn other game than I did for that one. So that means my wins aren't calculating correctly again, which, yeah, more problems. That's fine, I'll work that out later. Demo then goes 8.8. Mono loses a measly 8 points from that one. That's 1.5. Okay. And then had Kyrol's win. 9.5. Solo picks up 8 points. Kane minus 13.2. Larry minus 34. Where's Larry? There he is. Is it only your second game today, Mono? Just confirming that, because I'm just reading through this. $5.5, 29.3. See, and Prospero minus 50. Okay, so I've updated the table up to... the game will count because she's back in it. Otherwise I would have probably stopped the game, in all honesty. Which would be real disappointing given that Mono is so far down. But yeah, if since I was actively aware of it and watching the game, had it happened, I would have probably cancelled this game and tried to restart it. Anyway, this is match 92 of the season at this point, and she's gone again. I am the mountain. Okay, so with this game not counting, the current scores are this. I am back over half of Mono's score before this game started. 279 points. Unfortunately, Debbie AFK has given Mono points. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable! But 1,300 is fine, in theory. So I think the biggest climber of anybody was Demo, that one. Yeah, I went roughly even on the day, so yep. So, which is Observing Sailor. So I've really not been commenting on that because I've been doing things in the background. So Sailor going for a Yaku High and Thing hand, so fine. Usually you want to secure the first one first, but I guess his hand is close enough that he could have a go at it. This is my temporary pause. That'll be taken off in a moment. Actually, if JPB does win this, he's probably going to be up into the top 7 as well, actually, come to that. So it might be a little aggressive. He doesn't have his Yaku secured, but he does have a backup now and going for Toy Toy. With his 3 pairs established. Unfortunately, as mentioned, 6 is a middle pair, so they're unlikely to necessarily be gotten like that. But now he's got that, he can get rid of this 9-8 and be Ishanten for Dragon and Dora. And you never know, if he draws another 9, he can go for still go for the Toy Toy. Okay, reach from JPB. Counter reach from Mono. This was Sailor in trouble. Reach only, no possible Itsu, unfortunately. But 1,300 and kills Mono's dealer turn, I guess. And then there's the 1,300 points that he took off of that. Where some tiles lit up, they're not others. So basically, I play with hints on. So any lit up tile is Fedora. If you need in terms of a discards, whenever you watch a game, what that indicates is whether or not that was discarded. They discarded the tile they drew, or whether they discarded the tile from their hand. So if it's full colour, then it was from their hand, as you'll see when eventually somebody discards something that they just drew. There we go. So that was the tile they just drew. This is something that the animation does show you. If you have a look at some person's hand as they discard, so we'll have a look at Debbie when it comes around to it, there is a distinct difference between whether it is the tile they played or the tile they done. You generally do want to watch for that. Because that can tell you a lot about what they're doing, and it's a good way to try and identify hidden tempis. I wouldn't say it's something you necessarily have to know from a casual point of view, but it is something to be aware of, that the game does tell you about this information, and whether a player has just discarded a risky tile, or whether or not... oh, well, obviously it's not 100% accurate for where the tile is coming from, but still. So, Solo then. Last dealer turn, 16,000 behind. Well, true. Alright, Mono on the attack, and Mono has the advantage of being last dealer, assuming we last that long. Takes the call. You're still 2 from Tempai, so it's a little risky. But Mono's hand could also still be cheap. 6 stop from hand, JPB is away. Let's actually open up the hands here. This has been debated back and forth, but so Mono's bluffing with 2 calls, but again, he kind of has to do something. JPB just hit Tempai with that call, so he's on a free 6. And Debbie is Ishanten at this point. No, actually, Debbie's on Tempai for the 7, but didn't reach. And Mono deals in. So Symbol's red 5, 2,000 points. Game moves ever closer to JPB's victory at this point. Okay, Debbie's dealer turn then. So let's just have a quick look at the gaps here. So it's fairly close battle for second at the moment between Solo and Debbie. Mono's got a Hanneman to catch up to those two, and both of them are are a dealer Hanneman away from JPB right now. So a big Mungan from Debbie is what we ideally need for the game to go anywhere. She does have Dora 1. But it's going to take a bit of luck to get this up to Mungan at this point. I suppose draw the 8. I mean, you can still go reach pin through and see what happens from that. And again, as you are dealer, you don't necessarily need to do it in one go. You can do it in 2, but Solo does need to do this in one go, or at the very least have a hand that is decent enough to do this. If you can direct hit with a Hanneman against JPB, you will overtake him. But this isn't, again, a good Hanneman hand right now. Though it is improving as a hand in general. 2-3-4 Sanch Q, plus some luck. Potentially, get rid of a 9-8, hope to draw 3-2. See what happens. Meanwhile, how's everybody else doing? Mono is building up some Dora. He's got 3 Dora with his hand. And is not a million miles away from Tempai. Yep, no help for Sailor. So nice to cut the 4 rather than cut the last west. I'm assuming misclick or just deciding to keep a safe tile a bit longer, I guess. Debbie's drawn double run, so she's now Ishanten. So skip pound. I'm trying to work out that bit of sequencing there, but I suppose she might cut the 9-7 for the 2-sided run she's got here, so 3-6-5-7. 3-6-4-7 rather. I mean, yeah. It is the more risky tile that he's probably going to have to get discarded at some stage. No, true. Alright, so Mono then. Way to go, but Solo has got there first. So closed 5. Are you happy enough for that? Okay. You're in a closed 5, but you can't win off it at the moment. It's unlikely, and I suppose a 3 does massively improve the hand. That gives you Riichi Peiko. I think if you were going to not reach, I think throwing the 6 would be fine there, but you need to hit with a reasonable hand here, and now you've fallen behind the order. So Mono's got there now. That, in context, is a very dangerous tile against that reach. You can follow it with a 5, and I think you've done this a couple of turns too late. This is not reaching, costing you a little bit here, because you still can't win with this. If you could win with a hand, this would be a different matter, and maybe there'd be a logic to going dumber, but I guess. Got reasonably lucky with that so far. Debbie is still... Actually, Debbie's in Tenpai for the 7, so she is able to sumo. And at least we'll keep a D-lash down. Oh, Haite. If that 7 comes out as a Haite, I don't think it will. You wouldn't play the 7 here, would you? Haite. Haite Tudora. I mean, that's 7,700 from the leader. So that actually is nearly enough to turn it around and put the game at least into even range. So, okay. Indeed. I didn't actually catch how long ago she was in Tenpai for that, and I think it might have been just playing safe around Mono's reach and just staying in Tenpai. But again, she couldn't win until that Haite discard, from what I could see, so... Sometimes sumo only works, but... No, you couldn't, until that you only won because of that last discard. So that was the only reason you had a legal hand to win with. Before that, you couldn't win with that hand. Okay, so just having a look at JPB's hand and seeing good things. Okay, I can respect for not carning that. I might, however, have been inclined to pawn it. Although missing it's not a bonus set, is it? So no, ignore me. Ignore me. In the... Yeah, no, that's correct. Ignore me. I've forgotten good round it is. It's South 2. You don't count this. You don't even pawn this. You just endure the fact that you have this. That being said... Ishanten, Sananko, yeah, get rid of the 8-7 here. Toy is fine here in this case. You got Dora Dragons. Get rid of the 8-7. Go for the hand. The hand is telling you a direction. Yes, yes. Go Zola. Go Sailor, this is clearly the direction hand needs to go in. And fair, it's not a bad hand even called, because even called this is Toy Dora 2. And this is assuming you don't get the White Dragon in this as well, so... Never play with Rise again, that is for sure. Ouch. Honitsu, drawer. Potentially killed a really good hand here. I mean, it was unlikely to pay off, but even with just one call of a 2, which was possible, 2 was possible, that would have just given you Toy Dora 2 and a potential comeback. JPB has the secret to defeating Mono. We must learn it. Alright, South 3 then. Again, his starting hand's not bad. He stole my ham. Well, we don't care about your ham, sir. We care about the jam here. Mono with a Dora Honitsu hand. That is definitely worth going for. It also looks like it might be the fastest hand available, even with Debbie's call. So... that was a non-factor in that game. I mean, to be fair, if you were a non-factor and you still score reasonably well, it's fine. And from what I can see, you're playing reasonably well. Just opportunity is a thing. I'm probably going to call that a stream from my end after this game, but if we do have another game in the Tiles of Confusion server, then that is fine. I will count it on the record as match 93 when that happens. What I might just have to do, though, is set up the auto queue. So, wrong button. So let me just go and set that to auto queue for the moment. Update. Right, so the tournament, the server is set up for auto queuing right now, so if there are any future games that take place today, I will add them onto the record. If not, then they'll just wait until next week. Okay, so how have things developed here? Debbie is got 4 pairs, so still 2 away, but could potentially upgrade that to Toy Toy. Should do while I'm here is add that onto the log. So, Mono goes -55.2. JPB has had an absolute resurgence. Debbie gains 17.4. And Solo goes -7. So, how has that affected the charts? With minor spoilers about how this game is going to end up. So Mono in with a Honitsu, Tenpai 9-8 dot. Debbie's got a Debbie's got a Toy Toy set up. Doesn't look as if there's any tiles for the win at this point. So Riichi from JPB into a Khan. Oh boy. You can get him an extra Dora with that. Desperation Khan from last place, admittingly, but... oh, 2 Dora with that, actually, as it turns out. Well... JPB had the best night, I think, actually, in terms of things. Both of his games, he nearly went above 50k. Well, the mountain is still there. It's 223 points, but it is reduced. It is coming down. So that is how things will end tonight. And yeah, we will resume this next week and see how many more stuff and things have to happen. Is this a new thing? No. Also, no. No, this is not a new thing. This is a thing that has been a thing for a number of years. But yeah, I have a score chart. And also, Mono being the mountain is the thing there. Striking distance to Cairo. Well, yeah, Cairo played some games today. But hey, the important thing is the top of the mountain, and that's where I'm aiming for at the moment. So that is Tiles of Confusion for this week. Until the next time. Thanks for joining us all. See you then.